My name is Somashekar, course faculty for this course. Now quickly we will move on to the some simple numericals on the cylinders, which is again based on the previous class what we discussed on the cylinders. Quickly I will recap, in which the important terminologies are force, velocity and a power. Using this you have to calculate any numericals on the cylinders. The basic is this. As we know already, here I have shown the figure theoretical push force or a thrust force is calculated using the following equations. You see friends, here it is a double acting single rod cylinder. To push this load, the pump port is open to the side A, and whatever the fluid is at the side B, it will go to the tank. Here the effective area is a piston area, please understand this, piston area. Therefore, the thrust force or the push force is calculated using pressure acting over this Pa into Ap. Already we are seen Ap is pi by 4 dP square, piston area. Similarly, the theoretical velocity, we are calculating the simple equation, the Q equal to Av. Here we want the VE QA by AP. API is the piston head area. Now similarly, power during the extension is force into velocity, force for the extension and velocity for the extension. Similarly, you substitute all the values, you will get the power for the extension is Pa into QA. Similarly, during the retraction, as I have told you, this is a theoretical tension force or a pull force through the fluid. Now the fluid inlet is this, fluid outlet is this. Here please understand friends, here when we are calculating the return force, PB into AR, AR is a, what is this? AR is a area, rod area, here this area, this is pi by 4 dP square minus dr square, this is very very important. Now similarly, the velocity is the VR equal to QB by AR. We have seen already these equations in the previous class. These are very essential to understand the numericals. Similarly, power equal to force into velocity. Here the force is force required during the retraction multiplied by the velocity of retraction, or PR equal to PR into AR, QP by AR, AR will get cancelled. Here PB into QB. Here already we know that comparing the power equations for both, we can conclude that the power during the extension and retraction strokes are the same. Keeping in mind, let us will move quickly to the problems. An 10 centimeter hydraulic cylinder has a 5 centimeter piston rod and receives a flow of 100 liters per minute at 12 MPa. Find the following: extension and retraction speeds, velocity he asked, and extension and retraction load carrying capacity, meaning he asked the force during the extension and retraction. These are the given data. All the problem you will try to list all the given data and see here dP, diameter of the 10 centimeter, but you will convert all into the single unit, that is a meter. Then I am converting here 0.1 meter, then rod area 5 centimeter, again divided by 100, it will give us 0.05 meter. Q actual also liters per minute is there. What you will do? You will convert into meter cube per second or minute. Now I converted it in meter per second by dividing 1000 into 60. If you want meter cube per minute, you no need to divide by 60, but all should be in the same unit, please remember, which is a both side flow, QA equal to QB. Left and right side flow to the cylinder are the same it is. Then also they are given the pressure, the 12 megapascal. You will convert into Pascal multiplying by 10 to the power of 6. Now what is our objective? Our objective is to find out the extension and retraction speed VE and VR, and also you will find out extension and retraction load carrying capacity FE and FR. Now already we know that extension and retraction speeds, meaning calculated using the general equation Q equal to AV, then V equal to what it is, Q by A. Therefore, now we will go the theoretical velocity during the extension. I am using the notation QA at the left side flow, AP into VE. Then VE equal to QA by AP. Very simple. AP is a pi by 4 dP square. Now we will substitute the values, given values. Then you will get velocity for extension is 0.3184 meters per second. Similarly, the theoretical velocity during the retraction, be careful here, QB equal to AR into VR, then VR equal to QB by AR. AR area here is a pi by 4 dP square minus dr square. Please understand friends, this is very important. Then substitute all the values, you may get VE equal to 0.4246 meters per second. Now we will see the extension and retraction load carrying capacity. Already we know that the general equation for the theoretical force is F equal to P into A, correct? Now we want the theoretical thrust force or a push force during the extension is given by F equal to PA into AP. AP equal to pi by 4 dP square. Substitute all the values, we may get Fe equal to 117.75 kilonewton. Similarly, the theoretical thrust force or a push force during the retraction. Please careful here, pi by 4 dP square minus dr square, as I have told you. Substitute all the values and finally we will get here how much, 88.312 kilonewton. Now we will see one more problem. A pump supplies oil at 0.0018 m³ per second to 50 mm diameter double acting cylinder if the load is 6000 Newton, extending and retracting, same load. Rod diameter is 25 mm, find the following: hydraulic pressure during the extension stroke, piston velocity during the extension stroke, cylinder power in kilowatt during the extension stroke, hydraulic pressure during the retraction stroke, piston velocity during the retraction stroke, cylinder power in kilowatt during the retraction stroke. Let us will begin by listing the given data. The Q actual is given, which is at the both sides same, left and right side, and dP is given, piston diameter 50 mm, convert into meter. Then force is given 6000 Newton, both extension and retraction. Then rod diameter is given, convert into meter, keep it same, all same units. Then find out, we want to find out the Fe, Ve and the power in kilowatt. Similarly for the retraction, same parameter. Now already we know that friends, hydraulic pressure during the extension is given by P equal to F by A, general equation it is. Now for the extension is PE extension, Fe by AP, Fe by pi by 4 dP square. Substitute all the values, you may get 3061.22 kilopascal. Similarly, the piston velocity during the extension is following the general equation Q equal to AV, we want V equal to Q by A, you remember like this. Similarly, you will see now the piston velocity during the extension stroke, V equal to QA by AP. V equal to, substitute all the given values, we may get 0.91836 meters per second. Now we will move on to the C, cylinder power in kilowatt during the extension stroke. Already we know that the general equation P equal to F into V. Now therefore the cylinder power is calculated during the extension is PE equal to Fe into Ve, capital P it is. pressure I am using always small p, capital P is for the power during the extension. Substitute all the values, you will get 5.51016 kilowatts. Now similarly, we have to calculate all the parameter above for the retraction stroke very quickly. Here please careful friends, here the pressure at the retraction pi by 4 dp square minus dr square, the rod side area. Substitute all the values, you will get 4076.6408 kilopascal. Velocity again Vr equal to Qb by Ar. Everything is same here. Ar equal to pi by 4 dp square dr square. Substitute all the values, then you will get the velocity during the retraction is 1.223 meters per second. Similarly, the power is Pr retraction equal to Fr into Vr. Substitute all the values, you will get 7.338 kilowatts. Very simple friends, you will understand the physics behind it, remember the formula, substitute the values, but be careful for the units, that is a very important things. One more problem we will see, a hydraulic cylinder has a rod diameter equal to 1/2 the piston diameter. Determine the difference in load carrying capacity between the extension and retraction stroke. If pressure is constant, what would happen if the pressure were applied to both sides of the cylinder at the same time? You will see here the many hidden data are there, everything they are given here. Pressure is given, diameter of the piston is given, diameter of the piston rod is given, but in the terms of the sentences, very careful. Now dr rod area is half the dp, then p equal to constant. Now we have to find out the difference in load carrying capacity, meaning F extension minus F retraction, you have to find out. Similarly, what would happen if P is applied to both the sides, same side? How to attempt it this? Forward or a extending stroke, already we know that is calculated using the following relationship, Fe equal to P into AP, correct? Similarly, the return stroke or a backward stroke Fr equal to P into AP minus AR. Now as per the given data, dP equal to what they are given? dP equal to 2 times the dr. So AP equal to 4 times AR. Now AR equal to what it is? 1 by 4 AP. 1 by 4 equal to 0.25 AP. Now we will take the force ratio Fe by Fr, extension force by retraction force, P into AP, P AP minus AR. PP get cancelled, I may get AP by AP minus AR. Now you will see friend, now substitute the value of AR in terms of P. Already we know that AR equal to 0.25 times AP. Now you will take AP outside, then you may get AP get cancels, 1 divided by 0.75 is equal to 1.333. Then what is the meaning here? Fe by Fr equal to 4 by 3. This is 1 by 0.75 equal to 4 by 3, which is nothing but same. Now we will take the difference in load carrying capacity. What is the load carrying? Fe minus Fr. What is the Fe for extension? P into AP. Retraction is P into AP minus AR. Now what you will do? Fe minus Fr, P into AP. What I am doing? Again I am substituting AR equal to 0.25 AP. Now we will, what you will do? Expand this friends. Then you will see P into AP minus P into AP get cancels. Now what I will get? I am getting 0.25 P into AP. 0.25 means what it is? 1 by 4. 1 by 4 into P into AP. So if the pressure were applied to both sides of the cylinder at the same time, there would be a net force to extend the cylinder. This net force will be same as the above, meaning Fe minus Fr equal to 1/4 into P into AP. Very, very simple it is. You have to understand the physics in the problem, you have to arrive it like this. Now let us will move on to one more problem. A cylinder with a bore of 100 mm and a piston rod diameter of 50 mm. dP is given, dr is given, has to extend with a speed, velocity is given 8 meters per minute. Pressure applied, P is given 200 bar. You will convert into Pascal by multiplying 10 to the power of 5. Calculate the flow rate in liters per minute of oil to extend the cylinder. The flow rate in liters per minute from annulus side to extend the cylinder, same time annulus side while extending, velocity how to take there, extending. Then third one is the retracting speed in meters per minute he want, using A, the same flow you will take for the retraction. The flow rate from full bore end to retract, how much it is. Now the given data dP is given, as I have told you, dr is given, VE is given, P is given, convert into same unit, SI units, easy for you. Then you have to find out QE, QR during extension, VR and QR. Solution. The flow rate in liters per minute of oil to extend the cylinder, how to do it? The flow rate already we during the extension is QP equal to AP into VE. Now QA equal to AP means pi by 4 dP square into VE during extension. All the parameters are given, substitute the values, you will get 62.8 liters per minute. But you will see here friends, you will get m cube per minute, then convert it into liters per minute by multiplying the 1000. Similarly, the flow rate in liters per minute from annulus side to extension. Annulus side you will see AP minus AR into velocity for the extension you have to take. Substitute all the value 5 by 4 dP square minus 5 by 4 dr square into VE. Substitute all the values, you will get the 47.07 liters per minute from the annulus side. Then retracting speed in meters per minute using the A, meaning pump flow you have to take. It will go to the rod end. So the retraction speed of the cylinder is given by QA equal to AP minus AR into VR. Retraction speed we have to calculate now. Then VR equal to what? QA divided by AP minus AR. This QA is, as in A they told, no, that is a pump flow. That is, you will take the pump flow. Then you will get meters per minute. The flow rate from full bore end to retract. This is given by QAR equal to AP into VR. Here I am calculating VR, you will take here to multiply the AP. From where it is full bore end, that is why I am taking AP here. Then you will get 83.83 liters per minute. Quickly we will see one more problem on the cylinder cushioning. Quickly I will give you some glimpse how to solve this problem. Then be careful, you already know the cushioning to avoid the sudden load or a shock load on the end caps. The problem is like this. A pump delivers oil at a rate of 68.894 liters per minute into the blank end of the 76.2 mm diameter hydraulic cylinder shown in figure below. Here the hydraulic cylinder is shown. This is the head side in which the pump flow is entering here, and this diameter is the piston diameter which is given. The piston contains a 25.4 mm diameter cushion plunger. This plunger, cushion plunger is there, no? The cushion diameter is given as 25.4 and the length of the cushioning is given as 19.05 mm. and therefore the piston decelerate over a distance of 19.05 because it is a length of the cushion mm at the end of its extension stroke. The cylinder drives a 6,672.33 kg load which slides on a horizontal surface having a coefficient of friction equal to 0.12, mu value is given. The pump pressure relief valve setting equals 5.171 megapascal. Therefore, the maximum pressure P1 at the blank end of the cylinder equals same pump pressure, correct, is 5.171. While the cushioning is decelerating the piston, find the maximum pressure P2 here developed by the cushioning. You will see here friends, the coefficient of friction is there here which is opposing the load moment F equal to mu into W. Here I am taking some of the parameter. P1 is at the head side pressure, P2 is at the rod side pressure, the velocity is given taken as V, acceleration is taken as A. Now, as we know, these are the given data, QP is given, DP is given, DCP meaning the diameter of the cushioning plunger is given, the length of the cushioning is given, W is given and mu is given and a pump relief valve setting. This is nothing but the our maximum PRV settings. Then what is our objective? Objective is to find out the P2 developed by the cushion, how much it is. For this, I will give you the idea how to do it. Now, we will calculate the steady state piston velocity V prior to the deceleration. Already we know that Q equal to AV relation, then Vp equal to Qp by AP, Qp by pi by 4 dP square. Now, substituting all the values are given in the same unit you will substitute, you will get the Vp equal to 0.252984 meters per second. So, next step is calculate the deceleration, that is the A of the piston during the 19.05 mm displacement. Prior, using the constant acceleration or a deceleration equation as V square equal to 2as. Then we want A, then from this equation A equal to V square by 2s. Substitute, all the values are given, you will get 2.023872 meters per second square. Step 3, now we will use the Newton's law of motion F equal to m into A. Here when substituting into the Newton's equation, we consider the forces which will tend to slow down the piston moment as being the positive forces. Also, the mass m equals the mass of all the moving members. What are the moving member? Piston is moving, piston rod is moving and the load is moving. Since the weight of the piston and the piston rod is small compared to the weight of the load, the weight of the piston and piston rod will be ignored during the calculation. Also note that the mass m equals the weight, because it is given in kg, divided by the acceleration of the gravity. Keeping in mind these things, next we will move on to the, also you will remember friends, the frictional force F between the load and its horizontal support surface is mu times W. That is why in the figure they are given F equal to mu into W, which is opposing the moment. Substituting all the equation in the Newton's equation F equal to m into A, F is a force, total force. What is that? P2 into AP minus Cp plus mu W minus, because it is P1 by AP equal to W by G into A. Same. Now, solving for the P2 yields the usable equation as P2 equal to W by G into A plus P1 AP minus mu W divided by AP minus ACP. You will get it from making the equations. Now, substitute all the values, you will get P2 equal to 59.57 bar. Very simple friends, but be careful while substituting all the units in the same. Now I will conclude today's lecture. Today we have discussed in detail the followings: simple numericals on fluid power actuators, rotary actuators we have seen. Similarly, we have seen the simple numericals on the linear types of actuator. Okay friends, we will stop now and see you all in the next class. Until then, bye bye. Thank you one and all for your kind attention. Sarve jana sukhino bhavantu.